its investigation. She said she could charge up to 4 people, including Baldwin, and has already received hundreds of thousands of dollars from the state for a special prosecutor to oversee the case. Guys, okay, now it's Mayor Chief Leland with Dan Abrams. I'm surprised. I'm stunned. Not that they say this, that they're now going to look. You listen to Matthew Hutchins' previous comments about Baldwin. He was furious. He was so angry at the comments that we made during your interview with him. As a result of your interview, Matthew Hutchins came out after filing a civil lawsuit talking about how frustrating he was. Well, now they're going to work together again in the context of this film when it resumes filming in January. So is them working together have something to do with the financial component that he's going to benefit from the asset that you probably, yeah. Look, there has to be a financial element to this as well. I mean, this was a civil lawsuit. We don't know exactly what the details were of the financial arrangement was, but you have to believe that part of this is that when he's the executive producer, he's going to reap the benefits of money when this. We were talking about this great DA investigating the shooting. This does nothing about the criminal. This does not do anything to stop that.
All right, who do we got here? Who do we got here? I usually like to let the camera run for a minute or two, give some people some time to jump in. So, good morning to you. Top of the morning to you. It's been a while. It's been forever. Let me turn the mic down. Let me the TV off.
What are you doing against that? Is I know he's just going to be he said this is an accident, but he hasn't decided.
All right, let me know if you can hear me. Can I get a 5x5 or blade by blade loud enough that you guys can hear me? I got my mug and coffee too. Hey man, good morning to you. Yeah, I was watching your thing last night for a bit, trying to engage, you know, and I won't say much about that. Just that, you know, I think everybody sees, you know, that stuff going, and if you can't hear me for some reason, let me know. I'll be happy to get a little closer. I don't want to go get the mic and dig it out. But just that, you know, everybody sees what's going on, and everybody is burnt out, and everybody is just exhausted with that. You know, he said, she said, and that's thing that I will tell people. And I'm not knocking anybody. So if anybody's watching this and they go back and say, Red said this, whatever, I'm not knocking anybody. You're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to be what you're going to be. What's up, Warsaw Patriots? Good morning to you. You do you, man. You be happy. If you like drama, be happy doing it. It doesn't mean that other people have to engage in it if they don't want to. Just like nobody has to watch this channel, right? I can't hear you. So let me go get the mic. Give me a second. Give me a second, guy. Give me a second here. I got the microphone. Can you hear me? Let me know. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning, Lady Smith. Can you hear me? Let me know. Mike, put this back just a bit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it good? Can you hear me? Let me know. Mayhem, anybody out there? 100% awesome. Nomadic. Okay, so let me just repeat what I was saying to Mayhem, and that is 5x5 great. You know, I was watching your show, and you know, I wanted to jump in and engage. I always try to bring constructive words to the platform, who's ever live I go on, right? As far as like in the side chat, not that I go on anyone's chat. Been there, done that. And I want people to remember that I've been here since 2013, so I've done that, been there, done that, all that. They're great, they're fun, keep them that way. Unfortunately, you can't control how people behave, and you can't control the fact that some people just have that animal instinct about them where they kill everything around them. They kill the environment. They kill the mood. And like I said earlier, I'm not shitting on anybody. You are who you are. If you're a shithead, you're a shithead. If you're, if you're, if you're a drama freak, you're a drama freak. You do you, boo. Right? I just don't have time for that. I don't have time to engage and stuff like that. There are a few guys out there that I enjoy watching their chats, and I have no beef with them. I have no issue with them. I always try to be positive when I go to their chats. I'm not going to say their names because it's not neither here or there, but I always try to bring the peace, right? I have nothing but peace in my heart. I don't have time for anger. I don't have time for this and that. If okay, my wife is just messaging me. I thought I was gonna go live. So the thing is like you really have to question how much time are you spending on nonsense and what are you getting out of it. If you're getting joy out of it, great. Go be dramatic. Go be drama free. Go be a channel that does nothing on drama stuff. If that's what you enjoy, you do you, boo. Have fun at it. It doesn't, you watching it, you can easily turn the channel, or if you enjoy that, watch it. You don't have to engage, just watch it from the sidelines. Random. Good morning, Random. But I know there's a lot of channels out there that people like and don't like, and I'm not one of the popular ones because I don't tend to have a lot of excitement in my life, right? Other than play around with blades and throw shit at targets and stuff. But I have fun, right? I do what I do. I have to take a break from time to time. I have to be able to just breathe. And the other thing is like it's been so freaking hot here in Texas. I'm going to change the subject here because I'm not. This is not why I got on to talk about other channels that do drama and shit. They do what they do. They're successful at it. Hey, pat yourself on the back. You did great. If that's what you're aiming for, you accomplished your goal. Good for you. I can't hate somebody for that. That's what they want. If you have dreams of being a YouTube superstar or, you know, joining the mag or joining a prepper group or a canning group or whatever, go do that. That's your goal. Go for it. Some of us accomplish those dreams. Some of us just stay on the sidelines and watch whatever. Your throwing blades is golden, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I just I actually purchased two. I guess you saw that one in the out in the campgrounds, out in the trees, and the lake was in the background. I actually bought that black target from a guy locally, and I bought two of them. I only took one out there, but I said, "Hey, man, do you feel like?" I said, "Are you up for making me a big one, a 2x2, 2 feet by 2 feet?" And I said, "Let me know what I owe you." And so I bought one from him. I'll show you to you another video. But it saved me time. I was like, you know what? I built so many targets. I'm exhausted. I'm like, I'd rather just pay someone. They can go get the materials. They can glue it. They can, do all the shit that you do. Make it a target. Put the backdrop, backboard, the screws, paint it. I'll just pay you, and that's it. My dreams usually are nightmares, so I don't really pursue. Yeah. I mean, it's sad. It's sad to me on one end to see people of different backgrounds come together, right? And then something happens, and then like everybody's divided. Oh, I'm gonna take this side group. I'm gonna be on this side. And it's like, really, at the end of the day, once this camera goes off, and I've said this before, everybody goes back to their lives, right? Nobody pays my bills here. Nobody, no. I don't have a GoFundMe, Patreon. I, I I have to live my life, right? Which is what everyone else should be doing, living your life. And unfortunately, I'll say this: since my time here on YouTube, once the whole unicorn zombie apocalypse pandemic happened back in 2020, it brought out a lot of new YouTubers that flooded the market. And hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. That flooded the market, and all these people came out of the woodwork, right? Everybody wanted to create a YouTube because they were bored, right? They would hold on, let's see. Excuse me. I got these candles out here lit it for the mosquitoes and shit. I think they're too close to me or something. But everybody wanted to be on YouTube, right? Everybody was bored. Everybody wanted to, and and now that everything is opening up, you're going to see. My predictions are you're going to see that same volume of people that decided to join YouTube slowly go away, slowly get burned out on it because they've been going at it hard, right? And you got to take breaks. That they don't realize everything they've said, has been done before people before them, and they don't, and it's almost like your parents seeing those generation trends repeat itself. It's like we did that shit back in the 70s. We did that back in the 80s. We did that. That was a fad back in 1993 or whatever. And the next generation or two doesn't realize it's been done before. So I seen it all, man. I seen it all. Let me see some of these comments here. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore it. I should have did the camera the other way. So, you're throwing okay. Appreciate it. And everyone that's popped in. Hello, good morning. If I missed you, Mayhem, Warsaw, Lady Smith, Nomax. Let's see everybody else. Okay, let me see. You're okay. Let me see. Let me read some of these. Yes, the blades throwing is awesome. It's encouraging. Yeah, and it's practice. It's just practice, practice, practice. I enjoy it. There are times that I'm just like I don't want to do shit, and there's days I'm watching a western. I'm watching something. I'm like, man, I'm gonna try that. I have an idea for a throwing video that I've been wanting to do for a while. I don't want to give it away, but when I do it, you'll see it and you'll be like, because I haven't seen any other knife throwers do that. What I want to do, so I'm gonna say that in the bag and not spoil it. But I want to do that, and I try to do short videos. I'll come out for 20 minutes here and there because it's been hot, and I'm not trying to burn up. Let me see what time it is. Okay, I got some time still. I just got to make sure I log in for work and stuff. So, luckily, I'm still working at home. Thank God. Let's see. Let me go back up. All right, encouraging. Okay, so Mayhem said my dreams. Okay, I read that one. Lady Smith, coffee. Yes, Zach and I are going to be doing the Chaos and Mayhem show. That's awesome. And then I don't know Zach, but I'm assuming he's the young man that's in the videos that has special needs. I think that's awesome that you and him are friends, and that it gives him purpose. So pound to you, Mayhem. Good morning, Jen. Mug bump sis. LOL. Random. Mayhem is. It was a good live. I gave you Zach an awesome. Random. Okay, Slingshot Warrior. Good morning, brother. Hello, bro. Hello to you. Good morning, Random. Lady Smith. Thank you, Random. I've been shooting less than lethal. Yeah, I've been watching some of those videos here and there. I haven't been able to catch all your lives. I've been super busy these last couple of weeks, bro. Red, do you by chance have to throw? Okay, so ma'am said, Red, do you by chance have a how to throw a blade tutorial video? I can do one for you. I mean, it's I know to me it's like it's in fact, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can. I'll do a short video definitely. And it's a lot of it's trial and error. But I will tell you this: if you buy any knives through like you know, I don't know if Dick's Sporting Goods around, but like Academy, Bass Pro, Cabela's, those blades are usually real thin and light blades tend to bounce back. So you're better off going with tomahawks. I'm gonna say tomahawks. Start there. Those tend to be really good. All the blades I've bought at the stores, they're just crap and they break and shit. So, but yes, I'll do one soon for you, man. Tomahawks are fun. You got to be safe about it, but I'll do one for you. Just give me like a week or so, but I'll put one out. That's cool weather's yeah, cool weather's coming. This is another reason why I haven't been doing lives because it's been so freaking hot. Even early in the morning, it's like freaking 80 degrees. I'm like nobody wants to be out there like that. I actually got up this morning so that I can go for a quick walk. I told my wife last night. We went for a walk, and I was like, I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna force myself just to at least do 2 laps. And got up in the morning before all the chaos around here starts, And I went for a walk, came back, made some coffee. I thought I'm gonna come out for about 30 minutes or so and do a video, do a live. I haven't done one. Now that the weather's getting cool, it's gonna be good. And like I said, this whole month I'm going to be busy like every weekend. So I was telling my wife this month's gonna fly by. Not to mention, I will be another year older at the end of the month. So, so I got to keep moving, man. You got to keep moving, otherwise, you start to feel it, especially in your late 40s. You feel your joints, your bones. You just everything hurts, and it's just like fuck. I'm getting older, not old, but getting older, as I say. Let's see. Ready? Okay, so let me see. That's cool. Weather's coming. Glad for it. Yeah. Slingshot, no max. Okay, slingshot less than lethal. I'm prepping for winter. Warsaw, that's one of the things that I want to address. That I definitely prep for the season. I prep for events. I don't prep like I'm not a prepper. I'm not a person who like prepares for the oncoming doomsday, whatever the doomsday is. If it's this or that, I prep for events, and it works for me. It works for the environment I'm in, the state I'm in, my surroundings. I've done good doing that, and I've gotten away from the whole doomsday bunker, and you gotta stack everything up to the rafters. Believe you me, I have water I keep as backup. I mean, I have those 5 gallon things. I keep several of those things. I mean, I just constantly get those canned goods. I mean, freezer is stacked up. So when I know winter's coming, or I know when the toilet paper shortage is coming, or hear through hearsay, I'll go and stock up on it, because I'm like, I'm not gonna let that catch me. And I use that as a joke reference because everybody panicked, and it was funny because I kept my ear to the ground on the with the preppers, and the word got out, and I told my wife, I was like, hey, I'm hearing all this shit. I'm gonna go get some extra. And sure enough, the shit happened, man. That was so crazy that we actually not predicted it, because obviously somebody had heard that there was going to be shortages, and I was laughing the whole time because I was stacked up. I mean, I still have toilet paper from last year, when that whole thing went down. I couldn't believe it, and people were pissed. People were pissed they couldn't find toilet paper. So, so let me see. I'm prepping now. That would be cool to see. I'll be 42 in November. Yeah, bro. I'm 47. I'll be 48 coming up in a couple of weeks, and you know, I try to take care of myself. I'm not going to sit here and say do this and do that and eat this and eat that. You do what you need to do, but as you get older, you realize the clock is ticking, and you realize that you can't be just eating junk. And I mean, every once in a while, everybody's going to have a piece of cake. Everybody's going to have a drinky. Everybody's going to have something that they probably shouldn't be eating, but you got to live too. I'm not going to say don't. Let me take a sip of this. But I'll tell you what, people for classmates of mine my age, I'm not gonna say they don't look as good as I do. Let's say that. And others, other than I'm bald, as you can see. Other than that, I'm pretty slender for my age, my height, for my classmate graduation. I mean, there's people that are just big, and I'm like, I don't want to be that big. I don't. That's why I go outside and I stay active. I do knives. Don't do wood projects as much, but I've been doing so much stuff around the house that has been keeping me busy, that I stay active. Even when it's hot as shit, I'm out here. My wife's like, "What are you doing out there?" Oh, Jerry, you're bald. Yes, I am, brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See. And the thing is, mayhem. And this is the thing that I'll say. This is not to justify, but I will say this. I look at I measure my life compared to other people's life, right? And I think, that person has their full set of hair. But then I look at other things about them, and I'm like, but they're big, they're overweight, they have this sickness, that sickness. If I had to pick and choose and say, Red, you got to pick one. You're gonna go bold. I'm gonna take your hair away from me. God says, then it is what it is. And you know what? The rest of me is good. I'm healthy. Okay. I've seen, and so that's the trade off I look at as, people who have this or that I don't have, then I look at the rest of their life. Like, yeah, but they have this wrong with them and that wrong with them, and they're always in these crazy relationships. I don't want that shit. You can have that. You can have that hot chick. You can have that hot dude. You can have that hot car, that big house, whatever. Because you got fucking problems. I don't want that. I have a good house. I just had my house fixed up, painted, all the rotten wood done. House looks good. Next, I'll be working on the roof. I'm slowly fixing up my house, and I like now that unfortunately, Grandpa Red has passed on last year. In November will be a year. I'm getting my house in order now. Now I'm doing things for me because I devoted so much of my time to him. I told him, let me go back here. Well, still need to get with Zach. Okay, Lady Smith, I'll let you know to reach out to you. All right. Thanks, ma'am. The downside of being bald is your head gets cold. Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna be. You're gonna. I mean, I wear caps already. I was wearing caps way before I went bald, and I think by 43, 44, I started noticing like the hair was getting thinner and all that, and I told myself I'm not gonna be that dude. I mean, I could grow some hair out. Don't get me wrong, but the thing is like it grows here and then it grows here and here. And I'm like, I don't want to do like the comb over and have like strings of hair and shit. I think that looks ridiculous. I've seen people like that on social media. And I'm just like, dude, just shave it off. It's gone. Like, I'm not going to pretend it's there. I'm not going to be Joe, Mr. Potato Head, where he's like, hair here and turns around with a big old bald spot right there. Like, it's just time. Let it go. Even my boss, he's like, he has hair like all right here, right? That horseshoe, I don't like that. And I see it, like my hair grows here. My hair's never really grown right here. That's the thing, is I'm not going to be talking about hair the whole time. But here it's usually stayed pretty thin. And, but it'll start growing back here. And I'm like, I don't like that look. I don't like, that's not me. I will shave it off. I will buzz it off. And I'm okay with it. At times, I wish I had hair, but it is what it is, man. I mean, how many bald superheroes are there? Lex Luger, right? Magneto, Bruce Willis. I mean, the list goes on. Think about all the actors that when they were in their young prime. I can't think of his name, but he had a full set of hair in the '80s, and he has a show where he always has a cap on, and he's working with the government. I forgot what it's called, the Red List or some shit like that. That dude looked good back in the day, and now, John Travolta, he had a full set of hair. Nature took its course, and he's bald, and everybody knew he was bald, right? Frozo was a bald. Yeah, yeah, it's like it is what it is. And again, I have to remind myself I'm blessed. I'm healthy. I have good things going on in my life. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Um, if I have to look at everybody that has hair and look at how shitty their life is to compare mine, okay, it makes me feel better. So, anyway, let's move on from that. So, yeah, so that's why you usually would see me with the cap. Like I said, I was wearing caps way before I went bald, and even when I had hair here, I always buzzed it here, and I would always like, let it grow out and stuff. And those days, I look back at the photos that come up or that I see around the house. I'm like, man, that was me. But I know a lot of dudes my age already. They're just bald, man. They're just, it's just age, man. So if you have a good hair gene line in your pool, knock on wood. But it might be coming your way. Anyone that has hair, you might be losing some hair. And if you see that approaching, it's okay. It's okay. All right, let me move on from that. I've heard caps make you go bald. Probably, probably. You're not getting in the nutrients. But the thing is, like I said, I've always worn caps. Like as far back as I can remember, when I was playing baseball. Um, at this point, I don't think it's going to hurt, right? Wearing the ball cap, because the hair's not going to grow back if I stop wearing it for a couple of years. You know, I'm at the end of my 40s, so it, I know that I'm getting older. So, and I'm not trying to impress anybody as far as looks go. You know, married man, kids are all grown up. My house is in. I have a good life. So, all right. Let's see. Mr. Potato heard you. Wait, what? Mr. Potato head you mean, Brandon? Oh, I think I know what you're saying. LOL, that horseshoe. Yeah, that horseshoe shit, man. Cut that shit off, man. You know, I think that that's the last attempt of a man holding on to what he had. And on, man, let it go. Cut that shit off. Like, but you know, not every the bald look anyway. So, I mean, I have a little bud still growing. I can let a little bit grow and stuff. So, but I told my boss, I was like, man, if that's the case, let me see what time it is. Oh shit, I got to log. But I told my boss, I said, you know, then they should just be bald. I shouldn't have to be shaving and cutting here and there. If it's bald, it's bald. Just stop growing. And then I don't have to worry about shaving. Let me go log in and I'll be back. So go get a refresher and I'll hang out with you guys. I need about 5 minutes or so, maybe less. Make this here because I don't want this shit to fall down. All right, I'll be back. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for clicking on the channel. Let's see what I miss here. Hey, buddy. Let's see. Let me go back. I'm here. Froze. Okay, Paul is beautiful. Thank you, Lady Smith. Both my sons shave and start losing their hair in 20s. Yeah, something, I know guys that have lost their hair in their 20s. I'm like, at least I got to enjoy some hair. So, I'm thankful for the time I had it. So, it's all good. It's all good. Even Walter White went, exactly, badass dude. And he looks like a badass. That's true, Warsaw. Hey, buddy. Hey, Heroic. How you doing, brother? I had to go log in and stuff. And I'm actually outside because the weather's cooler now here in Texas. Doesn't the chair would look like a face? Good morning. So yeah, I was good morning, Virginia. Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. So yeah, I was just getting on because I thought I haven't chatted with these guys in a while. So I thought let me come back on the scene and see what everyone's up to. So you know, I just have been taking a break. It has it has exhausted me, just like everybody else. So what I do to fill in the time is throw knives, stay busy, go for walks, spend time with family. In fact, this whole month's going to be stuff with family. Every weekend I have planned. I'm hoping to meet up with some other bladed people. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, just kick ass, throw knives, shoot the shit, and stay humble. Stay humble. I think that's one of the keys that if I can give anybody here advice on YouTube that's a YouTuber content creator is stay humble and know that you're not above the law. You're not above being a superstar here on YouTube. So, good morning, everyone. What beautiful city are you in? I am in Central Texas. That's what I like to tell people. So, Central Texas is where I'm at. And that could be a lot of places, but yeah, deep, deep in the heart of Texas. So, but yeah, been here all my life, born and raised, Texan for life. I can't see myself living any other. There are places I like to visit, and that I still want to go see. I was watching what's his name, Battle Bean. Anybody know him? He's part of the gun community. Mario. He hangs out with all the guys. I can't think of that group is the group that I kind of started off with back in the day, and now I've kind of, I still try to keep in touch with those guys or at least jump on their live chats. But anyways, he was saying he's a retired vet. He's talking about dealing with PTSD. I'm not a vet. Just let me make that clear. I'm not a vet, but I know a lot of people that serve in the military that are in my family that have the PTSD and etc. Right? And he was saying that the military doesn't train us. They give us like a week course class about how to function in civilian life, but that's not enough. And I agree. And I've talked to other family members, and I thought, man, they really do need to come out with a program, or somebody, if they want to get into a market, should see if they can get some type of government contract where they can say, hey, look, I want to, this is a 6-week program that we want to offer ex-militaries or people coming out. See if you can get some funding from the government so you can lock in that and say, hey, we will help guide these people. You're not a counselor, but we want to put them back into society. And we have these group functions that we do with other people that are non-military, and how to communicate, how to function, how to look for jobs, do resumes, because you need that, right? You've been accustomed to military life so long that the real world, I say, the world that we live in, doesn't function the same as the military. And not that those guys have it easy, but you're being told what to do, when to get up, when to go to sleep. You're told when the mission is. You're provided all this stuff. In the real world, we have to survive ourselves, right? We don't get told what to do. We don't have military funding, or this is, hey, this week you're going to go to work and we're going to fill up your tank and we're going to give you the mission plan, and when you get there, just hammer everything out and then come back home, come back to base. It's a different world, right? And not that those guys are due any services when they get out, because they are. right? They served in the military. They're a little dysfunctional because of trauma and what they dealt with. Why is my thing not here working? You know, why can't I see the chat? What happened? Okay, the chat went totally away, and I have no idea. Do not make me start this over. Huh. Let me go get my laptop. I don't know what happened, guys. The chat just went away. Did I say something? Okay, I'll be right back. It's still going live, so hang on. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. There goes the chat. What the hell happened? Come on. Hang on, guys. This shit's doing some funny stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Okay, there it goes. Damn it. All right. Let's see. We'll be back. Okay. There's the chair. What big from city? Great. I'm from San Antonio. Okay, you're south of me. But been in Washington. Da, da, da. Okay, you're now in Washington. In my eyes, the government needs to pay all bets. Yeah, definitely. I don't have any issue with that. I think that, unfortunately, as you know, if you're a vet, I'm not. Again, let me emphasize that I'm not. You don't get the care that you should. I'll just say that. No one should pay for that. Yeah, no one should pay for that. And the thing is, I've heard through other vets that they tend to deal with any traumatic brain, physical, emotional with drugs. Like here's some medication. I have a family member says I don't want to be on that shit, and of course, you know they do the other stuff, but they're like it helps me. It helps cope with my PTSD, my anxiety, and this and that. I personally don't do that, but I understand its use and all that, and if it helps them, it helps them. But yeah, there's a lot more they could do for vets, and it's just I'll say this: talk to your children. If your children are wanting to serve in the military, I think that's a great honor, right? I wanted to go, but life happened. I got married, had kids, and that just went out the window. But talk to the reality of your kids. It's not just like what you see on TV, because you serve your country, right? You're going to wear and tear on your body physically. And you need to know that you may come out fucked up a little bit physically. If you go to war, you might come out mentally fucked up a little bit because that's what war does, right? It causes traumatic in the stuff in the brain up there, and I think if you know that going in, like, yeah, I could come out fucked up, but I'm willing to do it. Sign on the dotted line. This is a bad time to serve. Yeah, it's too chaotic, man. It's too chaotic, and it's like it almost makes you question why even serve. And can you imagine the generation of today, the woke generation, getting their feelings hurt because the drill sergeant is yelling at them, right? Not talking to them, not identifying, to them correctly, Yeah, it's definitely a new military. But my point about Mario was he said something that I definitely want to try to do by next year, and that is I want to travel and I want to go meet some other people. Not necessarily here on YouTube, but just people I've met on social media that I've become friends with. It's like I want to do that, I at least want to meet these people one time. I want to go to that state and visit with them and just talk to them, right? And just enjoy, make turn a trip into a visit as well. I think if you can do that and you can be I mean, things are opening up, guys. I mean, even today, yesterday, not yesterday, this earlier this week, I'll say, I forgot, Monday or Tuesday, but we were told that, we're still going to continue to work from home. We still got to go in once a week. Boo, right? It's doing the same job. But, that, what was I going to say? Wind squirrel. Too much stuff on my mind. That's a cool idea. Yeah, just turn a trip. Like, I'm gonna go to Montana. Guess what? I want to go see a friend of a friend, right? Someone that I know, that I've met, talked to on the phone, through text, whatever. I've never met them in person, but we've become friends over. Like, I feel like I've known them for all my life. But what was I gonna say about the whole? Damn it! I'll think of it. I'm sure. I got a lot I want to say. I guess it's been a while, but yeah, you know, make use of your time now that everything is opening up, right? We can go out and do things. I think we've all kind of learned from this whole 2.5 years experience that being secluded, locked up, has its benefits, right? Just take a break from the world. Go out, go take a trip out in the cabin, away from people for the weekend. It's a good refresher for everyone to clear your mind, right? And just be in silence or be around people that you enjoy and just get away from the world. If you want to call it make believe, pretend, the rest of the world will be there when you get back. The shit has not left, right? I take those trips from time to time. I go and take a trip for the weekend, or a day or two, or like last weekend we went to the stayed in that cabin shelter out by the lake. It was nice. It was peaceful. There was a lot of people camping close to us or whatever, but everyone kept to themselves. It was pretty quiet. People were walking. It was nice to get away. I knew the rest of the world was still waiting when we got back. That's okay. Take a break is what I'm saying. Especially under this administration. Yes, this is a bad time. Yeah, I hear you, Warsaw. It scares me, Red. That a cool idea. What scares you, Nomex? Sitting by a hot, warm fire also helps. Yeah, just and I got a fire pit over there by the porch swing that I built. That's another. I'll do a video from over there next time. I got different spots I can do videos from, but I bet that's great. It is. It is. All right, Miss Prissy Pants. Why do you have my avatar, my actual real photo on your thing? Who is Miss Pissy Pants? Why do you have my photo on your thing? I don't think I've seen you before. Anybody know Miss Pissy Pants? Everybody keep it cool here, alright? Keep it cool. Alright, Warsaw, hang on. But, Warsaw, I just made you a moderator. Can you, take care of that for me, please? Appreciate you. You know, the thing is, you don't give attention to I mean, and that's the thing, like, Warsaw has no idea. Can you take care of that, Warsaw? I gave you a wrench there. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Go ahead and block them too if you don't mind, so. Oh, 300 seconds? Okay. I don't mind people coming in and like giving me a different point of view. I get it. I definitely get people coming in, and I don't understand. Like when I go to people's chats, I'll joke around, right? I'll say shit just to be funny, but I want to engage and participate and be part of the chat, right? I don't ever go to someone's chat and like I'm gonna troll them. I'm gonna troll them. You got to remember, I've been in this game too long. I've been in this game too long. I've seen it all. Been there, done that, seen it. And that's the funny thing is people will come into this arena. Good morning, Deanne. I didn't ignore you. I did not ignore you. Deanne, you have a wrench too, so if you see that troll come back, take care of them for me, please. Thank you. And that's the thing is, people have nothing better to do, right? I can't imagine. I'd like to sit there or be a fly on the wall or like film them, right? And like see them sitting at their computer, like going through the process, like I'm gonna get on this chat. Let me create a channel. I have an extra channel. Let me do an avatar like this dude or whatever. Like, why, dude? Why? Like, my channel is nothing big. There are plenty big channels, like big channels out there that you control. You control old little red old October. Come on, man. You know what? If I got your attention, I guess I'm making a difference, right? Troll or no troll, I guess I got your attention. So hey, yeah, Deanne, I decided I thought about you. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a live. I haven't done one. Deanne's, just, probably like wondering what happened to Red. So I decided to get on. The weather's getting cooler here in Texas, and I'm able to come out in the mornings. I went for a walk this morning, made some coffee. We were jumping around this morning talking about this and that. So, all I have is peace and love in my heart. I have no hatred in my heart. I don't have time for that. If, yeah. Let me see. Let me get my live up here so I can make sure I can. Uh, Give me a second here. I need to get a winter jacket. Oh yeah, I got a bunch in the storage unit. I just let me see if I can. Yeah, if anybody, if Deanne, if you see Miss Prissy Pants come back on again, go ahead and block them if you don't mind. Appreciate it. Or Warsaw. Um, I mean, I don't usually have a big channel for me. Same red. I don't believe in hatred. The thing is, and you've been here for a while too, Warsaw. You've seen it all, just like me. Been there, done that. Um, I slept later this morning. I got to work from home. Who's messing with you? Oh, it's Miss Percy Pants. Not so much messing me, but just had my avatar on their channel. I'm like, if you're being funny, it's one thing, but don't use my avatar. Don't use my real picture on your little thing. So, um, let's see. Yeah, so we're still doing once a week, Deanne. I don't know if you heard of me earlier, but we're doing once a week. Um, Luckily, I don't I could get to work from home, of course, and I hope it stays that way till next year. So if everything goes to plan, I'll retire from what I do, and I'll go do something else and take a break, maybe do some traveling. So that would be nice. Let's see. Yep. I just bought a new winter jacket. Dupsy Daisy. Gonna be gonna be a cold though. Yeah, I want to keep saying that it's gonna be cold. So I hope I hope that it's definitely a lot cooler here in Texas. Because we've had a hell of a summer. I mean, we've had a summer that just killed the grass, gardens. It's been hell here in Texas. It's- Is there another one? Let's see. I just bought Mr. Prissy Pad. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much been me. I've just been catching some lives here and there. Question: does a moderator have to be on a laptop, or can they moderate from a phone? All this is new to me. I believe they can do it on the phone, but I'm thinking about buying a Bernie jacket. Warner Red. Hey, Italy, how's it going, brother? I haven't seen you much lately, brother. Yeah, moderator. I think they can do. I had to go get my laptop because I didn't know if anybody was going to be able to get to. Yeah. Like right now, I'm looking at my laptop right now, so I'm able to like click on the user on the far right, those three dots. It says remove, put user in timeout, or hide user on this channel. Remove, and I can remove a moderator. But Deanne's been a friend of mine for a while, so yeah, I slept in. Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm able to moderate. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. I mean, for me being such a small channel, I wouldn't think I would need one. But every once in a while, you'll get someone that just comes in, and for whatever reason, I don't understand the mindset of that. I just don't. I'm like, I mean, you wake up in the morning with that mindset of like, I'm gonna log on and bug someone because I have no life. My life is pathetic and boring, and I have no significant other, no family. I'm bored. And rather than channel and use that energy for good, and like, I'm going to go volunteer, I'm going to go out and build something, I'm going to go help an elderly person, a family member. You devote your energy and time on that. Why? I guess you just didn't have a good upbringing, right? Card Hat promotes that jibber jabber too. Already have 30s. Wow, 30s? Wow. True, we hardly get. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. I don't know. It could be anybody. I could have said something about another channel indiscreet, and they assume I thought I was talking about them, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna create an account, or let me get on one of my." I don't know why people do what they do, Deanne. I just, you know, I mean, I can tell you some people just don't have any life. They don't, and especially one of the things I notice is that when I speak the truth and I say things, not just on this platform, but if I'm on another platform, and I say things like a quote or something, right? And somebody reads that and they look at it and they're like, oh, he's talking about me without even specifically naming them or pinpointing them or calling them out directly. Them reading that or seeing this video and they feel like it's directed at them, they take offense to it. And it's like, if you're offended by what I say, then I'm probably talking about you, and you probably know it's true, and you probably know you're a shithead, and you just choose not to better yourself. So you repeat that by doing what you've been doing today. It's like you could change. You could say, you know what, I've been a shithead for the last 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, all my life. I'm tired of being a shithead. I want to be a good person. I want people to like me. Let me better myself. They don't have that will or that mindset to change their lives around. And I'm like, I feel sad for you, man. I feel sad for you because you're not going to steal someone's joy away. You're not going to like make them change. Think about that. Think about that in general. And I've been guilty of this too. If I see someone on a social media platform, different platform, and I'm like, they're too loud. Like I don't like people like that, right? I mean, human beings, we've all experienced it, right? We've all gone to someone's channel or page or whatever, and they're just loud. They're obnoxious. They're annoying. They're big mouth, right? They talk too much. Whatever it is you have to say, and again, I'm not perfect. I'm guilty too. They're not going to change because you don't like that they're happy, that they're loud, that they're obnoxious, they're an asshole, that they are a shitty person. That's just who they are. They're going to be a shitty person. You're not going to change them by saying this or that to them. As much as it may be in here to say, I'm going to tell them what I think, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind, you're not going to change that person. They're just that way, right? You can hope and wish that they'll go away one day, or their channel, or their what. Red and I live in the same area. He can come kick my. No, Deanne. You're one of the good ones. I've been out on the of the lube. We started going back to the coffee week. I've been all over the place trying to figure out which. Yeah, definitely. I picked my day to say, you know what, I can do midweek. I cannot do Mondays or Fridays because Mondays are right after the weekend, and if I want to go somewhere, I'm usually taking off on Friday. Mondays are my recoup days. I'm not going the other days, so I got my day set as far as I know. But the thing is like there's only so much you can do. If you want to really change people's lives or influence people, lead by example. That's all I can say. Let me go check my emails. Give me a minute and I'll be right back. This mic here. I'll be right back. All right. I got some emails coming in, but I can chill on them for a little bit. So holidays are coming up. Anybody got plans for like October, Halloween, Thanksgiving? I mean, all that. These months are going to fly by. I can tell you that right now, people. Red and I live. Yeah. Yeah, so this month, Deanna, I was telling the others, I'm booked every weekend. I got something going on this month, so it's gonna fly by. Um, it's gonna fly by. Definitely gonna spend some time with grandson, family, volleyball, tailgating, watching football. Got a birthday at the end of the month. Halloween party, Halloween trick or treat. Because Halloween's on a Monday or Tuesday, and of course everyone does their Halloween parties the weekend before. So every weekend is like booked up. So I'm like, dang. Next month, I don't have too much going on. Gonna do a year anniversary ceremony for my grandfather. He passed away early November, so I'm gonna try to get together with family, do that. Of course, it's Veterans Day, so just gonna hang out with family. Thanksgiving, it's gonna be good. We'll have a couple days off there. Christmas, it's just gonna fly by. It's gonna come by so quick. So, what else? What else? What you got for me, guys? You tell me. Got 6 people watching. Oh, I feel attacked by that. I missed that. Italy, hillbilly. What do you mean? I lost you, brother. LOL, I feel attacked by that. I'm bored at work. LOL. Let's see. Virginia says all my serious plans start in November. Hunting season, and I do serious bushcrafting. That's cool. Stay busy, man. Stay busy. You have to stay. Work, then Florida. Awesome. Let's see. My dad's birthday's coming up, so I'll be going to see him. Tons of vacation time coming up in November and December. Yes, yeah, it's gonna come by so quick. You have to just make memories. Work, work, and work. LOL. Caps. Sorry. Oh no, you're good. I do caps on my comments unless someone says, "Do not put caps in the comment chat. It sounds like you're yelling at people." Like I don't care. As long as you're not being like you're not spewing profanity or racial or like being a dickhead. Yeah, you can do caps. I don't. It doesn't bother me none. Let me say this, and that is, I've said this a couple times in the past, but I definitely said it this past weekend to family, and I said, I went and rented that cabin shelter by the lake, right? And it wasn't too expensive, but I rented it. and invited my cousin, my brother, to come out. My brother, I went out there last year and did a video live, but or no, maybe it was earlier in the year. I think it was earlier in the year. Yeah, when it was still kind of cool. But we went out there, and we were all by the campfire, and I was telling them, I said, sometimes you just have to make it happen, right? I said essentially what I'm saying is, oh, this time of the year, it's only time of year that, yeah, fam, exactly. Isn't that sad? But I was telling them, I said, I had to take the initiative, right, to rent this place, to kind of organize it, get you guys to come out, get some stuff together. I even bought lunch. Like the first day we were out there, I was like, I got lunch. I'm gonna pay for dinner. I picked up lunch on the way over there, and then my wife showed up later. I told her to, pick up a family pack of like chicken fajitas and just nachos and this and that. We're not gonna cook, right? Me and my brother got the firewood. I told my cousin, don't worry about it, because he's can be always he tends to be broke or not have much money, and it's fine. It's I'm blessed. I'm fortunate. I got it. So I just wanted I just wanted to make memories, right? And essentially, I told family that showed up, because my wife's niece and her boyfriend showed up too, and I said, essentially, what you're doing is you're paying to make memories, right? I'm paying for this. I'm providing a meal for lunch and dinner. I'm providing the firewood. All you got to do is show up to make memories, right? And remember that when you're the one organizing everything, when you're the one doing most of the work. I don't mind sometimes, but sometimes I like to just show up and like I don't want to do anything. I just want to go. You're having an event. I just want to go to it. I don't want to bring stuff. I don't want to have to like be organized and shit. It's just nice to show up. So this is my turn. I'm gonna do it. All you have to do is show up, and we make memories. So just remember that, to tell yourself sometimes you're paying to make memories. You're paying to have that memory, because now we can talk about, oh, remember when we went out there? That was so nice. I have memories. You have memories. It just goes forward. Let me see what happened. Um, Virginia said, trying to find like-minded people. It's really hard to looking in Northern Virginia. I bet, because you're more secluded, you're more spread out, right? There's less people. You're not all bunched up together, is what I'm saying. So, there's, I watch all these different channels here on YouTube, right? And there's some channels that people just are just drawn to them. They just like them, right? Some people have that itch about them. They have that that thing about them where they just draw people like flies. People love to be around them. They might not be the greatest person, but they're just drawn to them, right? Their personality, their charm, their wit, their whatever, their aura about them, right? Some people just don't have that. And I'm going to tell you this, I don't have that where people are just drawn to me like I have to be. People meet me, right? And it usually takes them 2 or 3 times to say, Red's a good dude. He's a pretty down to earth person, man. He's not exciting. He's not dramatic. He's not, you know, oh, this guy is like the center of attention. I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty humbled. I'd like to be in seclusion. I like to just be at like peace and harmony. And you know, I'm the guy that like makes videos and films events and puts it together, and then everyone's like, "Oh man, that was cool. You're so good at that, and you always pick the right music and this and that." That's my knack. That's what I'm good at, right? That's my place in the world. I'm okay being solo, right? I do good solo. That doesn't mean I don't need people's help. I'm smart enough to know when it's like it's time to call in the troops. It's time to call the expert. It's time to call someone that knows what the fuck they're doing, because I don't. I'm smart enough to know that, right? I know my place. And I think when you know where you're at, and I'm talking about what you were saying, Virginia, about people, when you know your place, then things can move a little bit smoother, right? You might not find a group. You may just find that one person, Try social media platforms. There's always groups out there for sewing, for knitting, for mechanics, for a knife group, for a shoe group, a purse group, a shopping group. There's groups out there for everything. And all you need is that one friend. That's all you need. You don't need to be part of a big group. Uh, yeah, the more the merrier, the more excited the group, the bigger the group. Sometimes just having a few friends is enough. Sometimes having 3 to 7 people around a campfire is enough, because then you have enough people to focus on your attention and they can focus on you. Instead of trying being in a room with 50 people and everyone's fighting for the attention, or the I'm the leader of the group, you can enjoy it more. Let me see. It's tough finding people you find. Yeah, and believe you me, everybody tries to fit in these groups. I've done it myself. Or you want to be part of this group, I want to be with them, and then you just over time you try and try and try it, and you realize I don't belong with this group. I don't. They're not the same cup of tea. They're not of the same mindset. And then you realize I have my shit together. I don't need to be part of a group. Those people over there feel like they need to be part of something because they lack something. And for the things that they lack, there's other people in that group that pick up that slack or that lack. You know what I'm saying? So there's like they're missing pieces of their lives that they're trying to find in other people to fill those voids in. Been talking for a long time. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. So, do I live a boring life, a quiet life? Yes. Do I depend on a lot of people? No. Do I have my shit together? Yes. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I think it's a good thing. It just means that I can make it on my own. That's how I was raised. Doesn't mean I don't need people. Everybody should be around people. I don't think you should be secluded to the point where you just like you have no human interaction. Everybody needs human contact. No one wants to stay in the bush unless I'm with them, but I want them to spend 2 nights by themselves. That's how you learn. Then I can depend. Amen, Virginia. Amen. So, what else y'all got? Anything else? Probably should get back inside and get to work here. But I wanted to come out at least for an hour and catch up with everyone, see how everyone's doing. Let y'all know that I'm doing well. I haven't been doing lives just because, everybody repeats the same thing over and over. It becomes a mob mentality in those groups. I don't. Yeah. It does, Deanne, and sometimes you have to you don't have to stop being friends with people like that or groups. You just have to sometimes step back and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna pull the reins back a little bit. I still like you guys. I still want to be part of you. I just need to pull back a little bit. And don't find yourself consume in the middle of the mix and feel like you have to be part of every little topic and everything that's happening, because I'll say this. People that have their shit together are usually the ones that are alone. When people have their shit together, like their bills paid, um, they're independent, they live on their own, they don't rely on other people, um, they have their shit together. I find, and I'm not going to say always, because someone's going to get offended if they see this, but I find that people that are in bigger groups or that always have to be around other people tend to be the ones that if you dig deep enough, if you hang around them long enough, if you get to know them, you realize they don't have their shit together. They don't pay their bills, they owe child support, they're living off their spouse, right? They're living off the government. And yet they'll claim to be independent, but I'm like, why don't you talk about this other stuff? Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to give the wrong impression. I'm actually, you know, unemployed or living off a check from the government. I live off my spouse or my husband or my wife. I don't work. I don't like to work, But let's don't talk about that because I don't want anyone to think I'm a loser. You realize that people, not all people, but some people don't have their shit together. And then you realize, like, why do I want to be part of that? When I have my shit together, people know how to talk. People can be conning. People can con other people, and people, they know how to run this mouth, right? They're good at it. They're good at it. But instead of applying that toward a job, a sales, or something, they use that for the wrong reasons, or they use that for the slacky reasons. And it's like, well, I don't want to be part of that group, you know. you know. So I'm not shitting on anybody, and if you're taking offense to this, it's probably directed at you. But I'm not. I'm not saying it direct at you. You realize that, yeah, he's talking about me. Maybe you should get your shit together. Maybe, you know. So thanks. I enjoy your live. It's realistic, and I'm retired. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hopefully next year, exactly. It's nothing personal. It's just, you know, I don't I don't I don't need others to survive. I don't need other people to like thrive. I thrive on my own life. I have my shit together, and that's what one of my friends who passed on might as well be. Some of you may know him. Passed away from cancer. Had a year-long battle with that, and kept his spirits up, but it consumed him. And you know, I we were all hoping for him. And I brought that up one time. I said, dude, I said, why don't, and it's going to sound like I'm crying here, but I'm not. Or like I'm whining, but I'm not. But, you know, this is a conversation in the past. And I said, dude, I said, how do some of these people get people to donate and Patreon and sub and this and that? And you know, I can't even get nobody to like, I can't even get more subs than what I got now. And I'm not even asking for help. And they're like, and he's like, Red, look. People see your channel. When they come across your channel and they see what you're doing, or they get to know you, they see that you have your shit together. So they don't feel like they need to donate or give you money or a Patreon and stuff. And I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying. And he goes, but when you see these other channels out there that have all these accounts set up, it's because they don't have their shit together. And there's people that can relate to that. They're like, oh, he's struggling. I'm struggling. Let me donate some money to him or her or whatever. That's why. And I was like, you're right. You're right. I do have my shit together. And people see that. And so they're like, hey, this guy has his shit together. So anyways, I'm going to end it on that. I got to go inside, guys. Have a blessed day. In 60 seconds, let me just say this. Find peace in your life. Get away from the big groups. If you're finding yourself consumed, being swallowed by this whole prepping, drama, whatever, break from that. Give yourself a break. I'm not saying don't be friends with those people. Step back a little bit. Pull on the reins. Find some time alone. Find some time for yourself, and find your place. You are not the person you used to be 6 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You are older. You're different. Adjust with that. You know, count your blessings. Yes, we all fucked up. We all make mistakes. Even I read October. Yes, I am not perfect. I admit that. I have faults. You know, but I always try to do the right thing at the end of the day. I always try to be a better person tomorrow. I try to make use of my time. You know, just a good day, everyone. Yeah, you too, Virginia, everybody. Y'all have a blessed one. Be safe, be mindful, be respectful. Live your life. Find one good person out there to be friends with. Find one person you can go have lunch with, coffee in the morning, go to the movies with, go camping, all that. Lady Smith, yes, you too. Love you all. Peace, love, happiness. We all have shitty days. No one's life is perfect. All right, I gotta go. God bless. Peace. Stay tuned. Subscribe, like, share, comment, blah, 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 blah. All right. So anyway, all right. Peace, y'all. Gotta go. Right out.